Hey, this is Knife Standards. Today I'm going to be doing an unboxing and first impressions of two brand new knives from a new company, or at least a company that I had not heard of before I got my hands on these. This is from Dark Bolt Design, and I'm pretty excited to check these out. Dark Bolt Design was kind enough to send them my way, so we will go ahead and get into that in just a second. But first, please follow me at Knife Standards. You can follow me on Instagram, and don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel for a lot more knife content and weekly knife reviews. All right, cool. So let's get this out of the way and let's check out what we have. So I saw a picture of, I forget if it was both of these knives or just one, and I'm actually trying to remember if it was Instagram or Reddit. Anyway, I saw the knife, read a little bit about the company. I think it's a new company. It's called Dark Bolt Design. And I thought, hey, I would love to check these out. So I reached out. Lou, who is the man behind Dark Bolt Design, was kind enough to send a few my way to review. And I'm excited to get into these. I don't know what to expect. I don't know a lot about him or Dark Bolt Design. I don't know a ton about these knives. There are a couple things that I do know, so I'll let you guys know that in just a second. I'll fill you guys in. But yeah, let's get these kind of unwrapped. These are kind of like, from what I understand, these are kind of like brother models. And getting this bubble wrap off. Some extra little plastic thingies that are falling. Okay. These are actually a really cool box. I like their logo. Feels really nice. So far, cool presentation. But yeah, these are kind of their, I think these are their first two designs, their first two knives that they're coming out with. I have to find out when they are going to be available. Again, this is just an unboxing and first impressions. I'm going to do a, more detailed, a longer, more detailed full review once I have a chance to carry these and actually use them a little bit. But for now, let's go ahead and pop them open and see what we have. Nice. Cool little stickers. Or sticker foam. All right, there we go. Again, I really like the packaging. So, got that guy. This to the side. And in here, again, kind of like its brother, we have this one. All right, cool. So, the names are, we have the Stratus and the Arcus. I'm probably mispronouncing that, but that's okay. And I'm gonna get that to the side. And there are a couple cool things that I was told about these knives, and we will go ahead and talk about them in just a second. So, which one do I want to handle first? One of them is more like a sheep's foot, if I remember correctly. One of them is more like a drop point-ish. All right, cool. So the two things that I was told about these, number one is, and by the way, I was sent a lot more information, but I didn't want to read through all of it quite yet. I wanted to do, like a true first impressions, and then kind of go back, read the info, and then give you guys the full review a little bit later down the line. So a couple things to point out that I do remember and that I did read. Number one is the blades are interchangeable. So you can put this blade on this guy, this one on this. Let's go ahead and get them deployed. So interchangeable blades. What else? Oh, so there's I think they're calling it the bolt lock. So I'm assuming it's kind of like a button lock, but you see the little button areas here under the pivot. So that is cool. I think these are liner locks, or you can use the bolt lock. We'll have to discover that together in a second. And then the last thing to note is there is every possible deployment method. Pretty much, other than like a middle finger flick, other than a fuller, you got the thumb stud, flipper, front flipper. You can middle finger flick the stud, of course, and then you got, well, we'll see how the lock works. All right, I like gray G10. This feels nice. Let's go ahead and let's do a little flip. Okay, nice. Pretty damn comfortable in hand. I like it. Feels good. I'm very picky with my clips. I like the look. No wiggle. I like the look of this clip. Got some good milling on the liners. You guys can see that. I'm always struggling to, there we go. You can see that, those lightning pockets. Lockup looks solid. Nice, okay. By the way, I'm like 99% sure these are made by We. These are, you know, OEM'd by We. Oh, okay, I see. Got it. All right, so interesting. So thumb stud feels good, really solid. So the bolt lock, I think that's what they're calling it. Bolt lock is, it presses on the liner and gets the liner out of the way. Nice. I actually like that. I wasn't sure how I'd feel about, you know, because whenever someone says they have this new lock or this new system or the new, you know, whatever it is, I'm always a little bit skeptical. Detent feels good on this guy. But yeah, actually that's interesting. That's cool. So you don't have to, I actually like that a lot. You don't have to jam your finger in there to get the liner, although I don't mind that. I do have a friend of mine, really good friend of mine. He is, if you guys have been following me for a while, you guys know that he's the one that lent me all the Benchmades and all the Spydercos, and he's a big fan of not putting his finger in the way of the blade. He prefers, you know, axis lock, button lock, whatever else it is. So yeah, he would really like this. So I think that's pretty cool. You have a choice. If you like the liner, you can do it, or you can just press the button. All right, so I'm a fan of that. Thumb stud feels good. Now, I'm not a huge front flipper, but there is a front flipper on there, so let's try it. Front flipper actually feels pretty nice. Surprising, okay. Cool, let's set that one aside. So Stratus and Arcus, let's see, which one is which? I think this, well, let's see this flip. Nice. Stratus and Arcus. I forget which one is which, to be honest, but I will find out and I will get back to you guys. So we have more like a traditional drop point, clip point action going on for this guy. Nice, okay, thumb studs. Detent is good. I really like the Detent. I also really like this jimping. Nice hollow grind too. It's not super thin, but it is hollow, and looks like we did a pretty solid job of it. Nice satin. Thumb studs. These thumb studs look familiar. I've seen these on, I think it was Berg Blades, but also OEM'd by We. And I don't mind them at all. I think that they are easy to deploy. No complaints there. You know, some people have been, not on this knife, but on the I forget what maybe the Iron Pup. People complained that they stuck out too far, but that never bothered me on the Iron Pup. Doesn't bother me here. Action's good. Let's test out their bolt lock. Okay, nice. That's interesting. All right, let's try. That's pretty cool. That is very cool. So again, you can change out the blade. So if you like the, let's compare the handle shapes. Let's try this front flipper. Front flipper is actually surprisingly good. So you have more of kind of like a tapered, thinner handle on this. You know, I guess we'll call this a sheep's foot. But if you wanted the clip point, drop point blade on this slimmer handle, you could. I actually think that, let's see. Yeah, I actually like the feel. Yeah, I like the feel of this thicker handle a little bit better, personally. And which blade do you guys like better? I don't know. I was going to say the sheep's foot, but I don't know. I might do a video where I swap the blades, and I think I'd be interested, or more interested, to see the sheep's foot on the thicker handle and see how that lines up, see how that matches up. But again, it looks like a titanium milled clip. Very cool. No wiggle there. I do like these little lines, little milled out sections of the G10. Both handles are G10. Also, Lou over at Dark Bolt Design told me that they are coming out with 2 additional models, which I have not seen. I think they are in the prototyping phase, which is cool. And centering's close. I'm not like a centering freak, but yeah, so it's a little bit off on each of these, but I might just need to adjust the pivot. It's interesting because the thumb stud feels good. The detent is very, very crispy, solid. The flipper feels fine. And then the front flipper. So I actually like the thumb stud and the front flipper the best. I see, and regular flippers are extremely popular. I totally see why they put on or included a regular flipper, but I don't know. To me, it's pretty damn sexy without that thing. Normally I say that about the front flipper. I say, oh yeah, if we just got rid of the front flipper. I mean, actually, I don't know, that's pretty nice too. Anyway, but it's good. It's good to have multiple deployment methods. Let's go ahead and check this again. So the detent for the thumb stud feels amazing. Detent for the front flipper feels right on. Detent for the regular flipper, it's a little light for my taste, but that's definitely not a deal breaker. I'm curious to see how these will carry in pocket, and I'm really digging this. Like it almost looks a little silly, right? You have the little lock. I mean the little button, because it's a tiny button, but it's damn cool. Lockup is great. Perfect liner, lockup. Yeah, I think that's really a nice option. So I think, I'm not 100% sure, but I think one of the things they're going for is options. You can switch the blades. You can customize it. You can, I think they're doing other scale options. So I think they're going to be offering more and more options, but already you have the option and the ability to switch the blades. You can switch the handle, switch the scales. You also can unlock and close the knife 2 different ways with your finger on the liner or the button. Very cool. And then of course there's a ton of different ways to deploy. You got the middle finger flick, you got the thumb studs, you got the front flipper, regular flipper. So that is cool. There is a lanyard hole in there, which I don't need, but it is cool that it's there. G10 feels pretty nice. This is like one small step as far as G10 goes under my VBR. This is like polished to the max. Now, listen, a lot of people will buy G10 knives because they like the grip and that tacky feel. Personally, I like super slick, smooth G10, so this is just a little bit slicker than these guys, but at the same time, this feels good. This is definitely not that rough, kind of scaly, grivery G10. It does feel good. I think that is, well, you know what? I think that just about wraps it up for the first impressions unboxing. I'm actually kind of excited. I like these more than I thought I would. It's pretty cool. Now, do I enjoy this kind of tan G10? Not so much, but I heard that they're coming out with new scale materials and a lot more options. So I'm actually really excited to see what they do next. And I think for a new company, they are crushing it. Their first 2 models, excellent ergos in hand. Feels good to me, looks cool. Solid first impressions. Again, dark bolt design. Give them a follow. And I will be back with my full review and possibly a disassembly video as well. Thank you so much for watching. This has been Knife Standards. I'll catch you later.